Desperate humans, one of the hybrid warfare weapons Moscow frequently uses to try to intimidate its neighbors. This time, the deployment of hundreds of inadequately dressed asylum seekers in Finland has prompted the government to close border crossings with Russia.
Even though the numbers have not been so significant on their own, Finland wants to send a clear message that this is not acceptable.
Officials say the latest arrivals admit getting Russian assistance.
Apparently, the route is that they fly or are flown to Moscow, where they get help, probably for a fee.
This reverses long-standing cooperation in which Russian border officials would prevent people without visas from going further. Now they're reportedly driving the groups of mostly young men to the border area, giving them bicycles, although crossing by both bike and foot are banned, and in some cases even physically pushing people across the border if they show reluctance. The Russian government calls such accusations groundless and Finland's border restrictions absurd.
We hope that common sense will prevail in Helsinki, and they will abandon destructive ideas like the total closure of the border.
Helsinki has asked for backup of 60 officers from the European Union's border control agency Frontex.
To Russia we say, we will not let you divide us. To Finland we say, the European Union is behind you.
Under international law, Finland must keep open at least one land route for asylum seekers to lodge applications. When the government closed the 4 crossings in southern Finland, it kept 2 more open to facilitate this process, but warned more countermeasures may be taken. The situation could soon become more difficult, both practically and politically. Even if the number of arrivals doesn't escalate dramatically, the temperature is dropping.
If Russia indeed starts to send people, let's say elderly people, sick people, people who are in bad shape in these weather conditions, who could potentially even die. If that would be the case, that's toxic politically on the Finnish side, and that's going to be a test for resilience.
But opening the gates would also be dangerous.
That also sends the signal that at the end of the day, we can be pressured to do what Russia wants.
By the end of this interview, Henry Vanhanen was getting news alerts that asylum seekers in poor physical condition were indeed turning up at the border, a dilemma for the Finnish government made no less precarious just because it was predictable.